MARC HINTON Last updated 13/15 20 February 2018. Anthony Au-YEUNG, Getty Images Breakers coach Paul Henare believes his team is on track heading into the ANBL playoffs. Basketball. The Breakers deny they tanked over a somnolent final weekend of the Australian NBL's regular season, though there remains a fair degree of skepticism around the league over those claims. It possibly depends on your definition of tanking. Did they try to lose their final two games? Certainly not. But did they try their hardest to win them? It is difficult to answer in the affirmative on that, especially given some of coach Paul Henare's lineup decisions. They certainly gave a good impression of a team not too interested in climbing up a spot for the looming playoffs as they concluded the regular season with a Friday night home implosion against Illawarra and then a comprehensive defeat at the Sydney Kings on Sunday with star import point guard Edgar Sosa sitting. In both games the Breakers were manhandled in the final quarters. The Hawks smashed them 31-13 to come back from 11 down with 3 minutes to play, and the Kings won the final term 33-18 in Sydney to close out a hitherto tight contest. Read more, Sydney too good at the end, miraculous shot sinks Breakers. The Breakers were not exactly motivated to succeed over the closing weekend. Already guaranteed a playoff spot, home advantage was out of reach. By staying in fourth they ended up with a best-of-3 semi-final matchup against minor premiers Melbourne United that will open at Hisense Arena on Saturday, March 3. If they had won twice over the weekend, they would have improved to third and secured a semi-final clash against the Adelaide 36ers that would also have opened, and potentially closed, in their house. "We didn't speak about wanting to play Melbourne or play Adelaide," said Henare after the 101-86 defeat in Sydney. "We had a focus on us throughout this weekend, making sure we've got healthy bodies, and we were working on a few things, and results will be what they will be. Melbourne are a tough team and number 1 seed, and Adelaide are humming right now. They're both tough matchups, so either way it was going to be a tough battle." Other factors were in play too. With regular rotation players Kirk Penny, calf, and Alex Pledger, ribs, sitting out, it left Henare down on firepower and reluctant to throw too much onus on his senior men. There just wasn't any sense in running anyone into the ground. They are also not exactly quaking in their boots at facing Melbourne. For all their star power and stunning recent form, they won 14 of 15 prior to their final round defeat to the Hawks. The Breakers had won 10 of 11 against Melbourne prior to a double defeat in the penultimate round of the regular season. With Penny and Pledger back to health, they fancy their chances of prevailing in their semi-final. Add feedback then there's the FIBA international window this week. The All Blacks are in China and Korea. That creates a horrible pregnant pause prior to the playoffs, and throws any notion of momentum out the window. So, really, who could blame Henare for being cautious over the final weekend? Who could blame him for wanting to boost minutes for the likes of Finn Delaney, 23 points on Friday, Shea Ili and Jordan Nartai ahead of the finals? There's things we have to tighten up, but with the confidence some of the young guys should have through the experience of this weekend, the guys are excited about our matchup with Melbourne, Henare said. "We will try to get Kirk healthy over this next little bit and get Chief Pledger back on track because it's going to be a physical series and we'll need all hands on deck." Henare highlighted Nartai's team-high 17 points, on 6 of 8 shooting, against the Kings as one real positive from the closing round. He has been sitting behind Kirk, Tommy, Abercrombie, and this year DJ Newbill, but he has worked his butt off, and always been ready. Now, if we have foul trouble or an injury, these guys have a level of confidence that could be so important. Henare said he would rely on veterans Mika Vukona and Penny to lead preparations among the non-All Blacks contingent with just 3 days of practice before the Melbourne series. "We need them to make sure everyone is putting in due diligence at home, and when we get back together hopefully we hit the ground running." For Nartai nothing has really changed. "We still feel like we're going to win it. We've got all the confidence in the world in each other, and as long as we have that we'll be fine." Stuff.